Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to What's the Damage, the first What's the Damage here in my new cycle of videos going towards my 900th now. Just in case this is your first WTD question mark on my channel, this is the segment where I really let the dogs out, you know, where I kind of like allow the anger-induced side of me to come out and play like Jekyll and Hyde, you know, that kind of thing, you know. I forgot which one is which. I think Dr. Jekyll is the one that's the normal guy, and then Hyde is the one that's inside of him and whatnot. Inside of him, that didn't come out right. That sounded wrong. Anyway, today's video represents the ultimate irony here on my YouTube channel because what this video represents is exactly what I'm going to be talking about because, well, it is technically a remake, you know, because I did record this video a long time ago talking about this, but like it was back in 2019 and my channel was very different back then, you know, just not to say that it like, okay, it sucked. Okay, it really sucked. Okay, I did not like my channel back in 2019. It was horrible. Everything was bad. The vlogs, the gameplays, the editing, everything was just so crappy. And now I am here with a whole new scenario behind me. Just bear with me here if it kind of sucks, if it's a little crooked, because I can't really I'm still getting used to it myself, you know, the camera, you know, I have the little mirror behind me to see where I am. I think I'm pretty okay in terms of positioning. But anyway, guys, so today I'm going to be talking about movie remakes. However, specifically the movie remakes by Walt Disney Pictures. Yes, I'm sure we all love Disney so much. It represents so many of our childhoods, my own included, you know. I did just now review the Goofy movie. That was the last video, and I have been playing Disneyland Adventures here on my channel, you know. It represents a lot of very sweet nostalgia to me. I do love Disney, but not exactly the company per se who just cares about money, you know. Not that I blame them. I mean, I think that in terms of entertainment, they might just be the richest company on the planet, you know. Maybe Netflix is a close first or second. I'm pretty sure Disney has more money though. There's just so much more marketing there. There's a lot of merchandising, you know. Feel free to fact check me on this. Oh my god. But I'm pretty sure that in terms of entertainment and media, Disney is the richest company on the planet. And they have been doing this thing lately, you know, in recent years, which is remaking all of their movies into these live action photorealistic, you know, titles, right? So they are taking, for example, an old, traditionally 2D animated movie and remaking it without freaking scratching myself with my nail. Okay, so they are taking their traditionally 2D animated movies, let's try that again, and remaking them with actors, you know, full on 3D, you know, all the D's, you know, all the dimensions, you know, making them look very realistic, you know. And to their credit, they do look good, the movies do look awesome, you know, but it's starting to get really stale, you know, because I mean, like, technically speaking, this whole thing started back in 1994 with the Jungle Book, you know, but it would only be like, remakes back then were few and far between. 2 years later, we would get 101 Dalmatians, which honestly was a really good movie, you know. I actually enjoyed that one a lot and I can still watch it today. And then 4 years later in 2000, there was 102 Dalmatians, which was really charming, really cute, you know. Like, the first one was very well, it was brought back. It was taken forth from the original movie, you know, but I'm pretty sure 102 Dalmatians was its own thing, its own standalone thingy, you know. But anyway, but the actual remake craze, you know, all of these remakes started to happen from 2010 onward with the release of Alice in Wonderland, and that was honestly where just it all went downhill, even though technically that wasn't a remake of the original Alice in Wonderland, because that movie is crazy. That movie made no sense at all, but I mean, it's on the list, so I guess you can kind of consider it a remake, you know, a live action remake, and that's just the way that Disney rolls, you know. So as the years would go on, we would get more and more, you know. Some would be direct remakes, you know, like literal shot-for-shot remakes, you know, like for example, The Lion King. But others would be kind of like reimaginings of the movies and the characters and the plot and the places, you know. Very strange. It's just weird, man. Before I continue and list off a few other remakes, you know, and actually get into the nit and grit of it, I'm going to show you guys here a clip from one of their live action movies. I don't know which one. I'm gonna decide when I edit this thing, so just take a look.
There is a place place on Earth. Some say to survive it, you need to be as mad as a hatter. Which, luckily, I am. Alice, it's you. You're back. Alice!
Alice!
See, Alice?
You're absolutely Alice. I'd know you anywhere.
You're all late for tea!
Okay, well, hopefully you guys liked it, whatever the hell it was, because, you know, one's a Paxtonation, you know, and we gotta do the thing and go forth into the land at which we know. And so now I'm gonna be talking about more about the movies that started to come out closer to each other, you know, because in the 90s there were 2 remakes, then in the 2000s, literally 2000, there was 102 Dalmatians, but now we're going to get into the ones that were started to be released more haphazardly, you know. So anyway, I already mentioned it before, but oh, by the way, I'm going to be giving you guys kind of like a different I'm gonna be giving you guys a whole entire okay, you know what? I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'm gonna leave it in the video, you know, Ryan Higa style, because I just don't know, okay? I'm gonna be giving you guys different categories, you know, the movies that have already been released, the upcoming movies, and the ones that were planned but for some reason scrapped, okay? So anyway, here we go. I already talked about the other ones that I said before, but now getting back into the first one that I said, I'm going to mention it again, okay? So, one more time, in 2010, there was, of course, Alice in Wonderland, which was really, really stupid. You know, to me, it made no sense at all. The idea behind it was okay to bring Alice back when she was much older, you know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I personally thought that it was really, really strange, you know. I don't know why this movie didn't sit well with me, because like, I understand that the original stories behind which the Disney movies are referenced, you know, the original, some of them are from the library of the Brothers Grimm, so they are very, very brutal, you know. Stories like Cinderella and the Little Mermaid and even Snow White, they're not family friendly, man. Like, the original stories are dark as hell. They are traumatizing. Like, an adult would probably have sleepless nights if they read them, let alone a child, you know. So Disney took them and kind of like turned them upside down and made them much more approachable to the public, you know. So this one here was very strange, you know, showing Alice coming back older and seeing the characters again and having to kill this thing called the Jabberwocky. Very stupid, but 4 years later, you know, in 2014, we had now one of the best ones in this whole entire library, which is Maleficent. Now, this movie here kind of, it drags on for a while. It takes inspiration from the original Sleeping Beauty, you know, and it does start out well. It shows Maleficent as this villainous character that just wants to cause, you know, pain and torment, you know, because she feels tortured herself. But it does play around with something that I honestly thought was really cool. At first it was really cringy and made no sense, but they give her a much softer side, you know, and shows that she actually cares for certain characters, you know, especially Aurora herself. So, and Angelina Jolie stars in the title roles. So honestly, after watching it from beginning to end, I actually liked it a lot. I actually liked this one quite a bit, even though to me it felt weird when you try to connect it to the original, you know. So then the very next year in 2015, this one was a doozy. I saw this one in theaters with my ex-girlfriend, Cinderella. You know, this one was very, very campy and cheesy, you know. I mean, like, if you saw the original Cinderella, you already knew what it was going to be about. It was almost a near shot-for-shot remake, you know. Wow, the lighting really sucks today, man. Holy freaking crap. Maybe I should have turned on my kitchen light there. I think I will in between takes. So yes, I liked it, you know, it wasn't too bad, but still way too predictable and way too sappy. But anyway, so the very next year in 2016, remember how I said that in 1994 there was a Jungle Book live action remake? Well, that was Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book, and this one is just called The Jungle Book. I saw this one and another one too, which I think had the same name. They were both on Netflix some time ago, like a couple of years back. I enjoyed both of them. I don't remember which one this was, but it was directed by Jon Favreau. But honestly, if you see any iteration of the Jungle Book, whether it's the Disney animated film or any other live action remake, it's pretty much the same story. The animals talk and stuff, but it was pretty okay. In the same year, in the very same year in 2016, we had the sequel to Alice in Wonderland, which was Alice Through the Looking Glass, which I have not not watched, you know. I believe it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime right now, but I just didn't bother because, like I said, not too big a fan of the first remake. I thought it was really weird, you know, just didn't sit too well with me, so I'm probably never gonna watch this one. In 2017, we had Beauty and the Beast, of course, you know, which was wait, what? Okay, for 1 second there, I got my wands crossed here in my stream, so let me just do that again a little bit slower. In 2017, okay, there we go, the year showing up on screen. We had Beauty and the Beast, which was critically acclaimed but also panned, you know. It did have kind of mixed reactions, you know, because the movie itself was okay. I actually didn't see it, by the way, but I can kind of imagine it's Beauty and the Beast, and that movie was ripped to shreds online, you know. But, I mean, Emma Watson stars in the title role, and it was very strange because Emma, I mean, it's not that she's a bad actress, it's just that, I mean, when you spend your whole life playing one character in the Harry Potter film series, it's normal that you're not going to have too much depth in your acting chops, you know. So I thought she was a little stale in all of the excerpts that I saw from the movie. It wasn't her singing. Her voice was very heavily auto-tuned. That's one of the things that that garnered so much criticism, you know. But still, if you enjoy a nice little Disney classic, then it probably is for you. And in 2018, we had one that I barely even heard any commercialization about, which was Christopher Robin. I didn't even know about it until recently. I didn't even know this was a thing, you know. I had to actually fact check here, so I didn't even watch it, so I'm gonna skip this one, you know, but it's part of it, you know, part of Winnie the Pooh and whatnot. In 2019 alone, there were 5 remakes, by the way. In 2019 alone, there were 5. The first one being Dumbo, you know, based on the 1941 iteration, of course, you know, which is one of the most classic ones, but like the original Dumbo, you had to really take it with a grain of salt because there was alcohol involved, the characters got drunk, a baby elephant got intoxicated, you know. It's really weird thinking about an elephant with big wings that flies around, and very, very racist interpretations of characters from back in the day. This was the 1940s, so there was a lot of, I'm not gonna get into that, but still, I can imagine that it's probably not gonna look very well in live action, you know. In the same year, 2019, we had, of course, not really sure how I feel about this one, Aladdin, you know, because, you know, Will Smith playing the genie, and in the trailer it showed him as blue, but apparently he wasn't in the final product. I don't know, but this was so badly cast, it's not even funny, man. Will Smith as the genie. Like, what the hell? I understand that Robin Williams was deceased at that point, but bro, I mean, you just know. No, man, that's all I can say about that. No, just that's all I'm gonna say. Still in 2019, one of the best ones that was released that got so much praise, which was The Lion King, a literal shot-for-shot remake, you know. And I'm really excited about this one. I still haven't seen it, you know. People have watched it dozens of times at this point and picked it apart, you know, left and right, but I don't know, man. I just wish I could have seen it, you know, and maybe reviewed it here on the channel. I don't know, I'm such a big fan of The Lion King. I love it so much, and maybe one day I'll review the original and then the sequels and the remake here. I just don't want to get into too much detail until I watch it myself, but people were complaining about the lions not having balls or something, you know. But besides that, you know, I think it was one of the ones that, it's one of the highest grossing Disney films in the live action canon, you know, so it's all good. So in the same year, 2019, there was Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Didn't even know there was a sequel, you know, until I read this. I didn't even know there was a second one. There was a sequel to Maleficent. Okay, well, I can't say anything about that because I didn't even know about it. Still in 2019, we had, good lord, this one might have been nightmare fuel. Lady and the Tramp. Can't even imagine what that's gonna look like, you know. Dude, the dogs talking. I mean, it's gonna look like Air Bud or something. I don't know, man. I don't even want to comment on that. So the next year in 2020, we had Mulan, which was very critically panned, you know, a lot of people, I think it was more praised than criticized. I think people enjoyed it a lot, you know, taking the story of Fa Mulan, the real Fa Mulan, and giving it a more cinematic spin. So it's obviously a lot darker and grittier and more action oriented than we actually saw in the Disney movie, you know. So I'm excited about this one, and I had a kind of like a little crush on the main actress, the lead actress, back when I had yellow fever. I don't want to talk about that. I was like my little obsession with Asian girls, but I would like to watch it, you know. Then in 2021, there was Cruella, you know. This one I did heard about. I do believe it's Emma Stone playing the title character. And I saw the trailer for it. Didn't look very promising, and just, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm from the time where Glenn Close was Cruella, and she just gave such an amazing performance, and I don't think Emma Stone, but I don't know, I have to watch it to judge it, you know. And this year, it's going to, it's already out, September 8th, today is the 16th. So 8 days ago, we had Pinocchio, you know. Didn't even know about this one. Actually, I did see something on Disney, on Twitter, but I thought it was a Disney Plus original releasing there. I didn't think it was like a live action, I don't know. But anyway, that one dragged on for a bit. Those are all of the current live action films here in Disney lore, and I gotta take a breather, maybe go turn on that light there to make this look better while you guys watch a clip from another random live action remake here. Okay, so let's continue. So here's the thing, guys. While I was taking a short little break, let's say, you know, because you guys see these videos, you know, in one sitting, but whenever there's a cut, you know, I actually have to stop recording for a few minutes so the camera can cool down. And while I was doing that, you know, during my little mini interlude, I took a look at something here, and I found out something that I think is really interesting. Now, I did say that The Lion King, the live action remake in 2019, was the highest grossing live action remake, and it actually is. And coincidentally, it is also, that's actually not a coincidence. Just why did I say coincidentally? Just in case you guys don't know, the original Lion King from 1994 is the highest grossing, still to this day, is the highest grossing animated film of all time, and the live action remake right now stands as the 8th highest grossing film in history with, get ready for this, $1,656,943,394 worldwide. That is freaking insane, man. That is, Jesus, man. Wow. It's pretty damn crazy. But anyway, so now let's continue the actual video with the upcoming projects, you know. Some of them actually have dates announced, and I'm gonna put that on screen right here. So the next one, you know, is going to be premiering in 2023, and it is the live action remake of The Little Mermaid, you know, the first film in the Disney Renaissance era that started in 1989 and went from, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my English today, man? The Disney Renaissance started in 1989 with the release of The Little Mermaid and ended in 1999 with the release of Tarzan. That was the 10-year period where they released their best animated feature films, you know, which I agree with. And so they're going to be remaking that. But for some reason, Ariel is black. I don't want to comment on that because it's going to open up a whole another can of worms that I don't want to talk about today. But in the same year, 2023, we're going to have the live action adaptation of Peter Pan, which is Peter Pan and Wendy. I really don't even know what that's going to entail. Hopefully there's not going to be a lot of, you know, hopefully there won't be any sexual relations because these two characters are kids and whatnot. But anyway, now slated to release in 2024, and we all saw this one coming, of course. Snow White. I don't know why it took so long for this one to be released. I'm pretty sure that they should have already made this one, you know. And as the very first Disney animated film ever, you know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs back in 1937, I'm really surprised that it took this one so long. It probably should have been the first live action remake, if I'm being honest, you know. But anyway, and then of course, holy crap, I didn't know about this one. In 2024, they're going to be releasing... Why, man? Mufasa, The Lion King. Why? What's the point? You already released the one with the testicle-less lions, man. Holy crap. Now, the ones that don't have a release date, so I'm not going to put the text here on screen, just going to tell you guys, but to be announced, they are working on a live action of Hercules, an untitled Aladdin sequel, an untitled Jungle Book sequel, Hunchback, based on the Hunchback of Notre Dame, an untitled Cruella sequel, Tink, which is based on Tinkerbell, The Sword and the Stone, Robin Hood, an untitled Prince Anders film, which is going to be about Aladdin. You guys are going to remake everything in the Aladdin canon, man. It's going to be Aladdin, the live-action remake, The Return of Jafar, the live-action remake, Aladdin and the 40 Thieves, the live-action remake. Chill out for... Okay, and then, of course, Bambi. They're gonna remake Bambi, man. How is that gonna... You already traumatized me once, Disney, showing me Bambi's mother getting killed, man. Stop it. Damn it. Then the Aristocats. Okay, that's probably gonna be nightmare fuel, just like the Cats movie. Then there's Lilo and Stitch, which I'm honestly... Man, my brain never did such a quicker 360. For 1 second, I was like, oh, I'm excited. It's gonna be nice to see Lilo and Stitch. But then I imagine Stitch in real life. It's like, jeez, man. It's gonna look like Aliens, you know. It's gonna look like Ridley Scott's Aliens. Ripley Scott, dude, no, don't. Just anyway. Then there were some other projects, of course. You know, they were actually working on other. They were trying to work on a live-action remake of The Black Cauldron, for example, or rather, no, they reacquired the film rights to the forget this. They were going to try to remake also The Black Cauldron, and then there was no writers or director or anybody attached. Nobody gave a crap about it. They were actually going to develop a live-action Atlantis: The Lost Empire, not one of their most popular films, although I actually like it a lot, you know. And they had entered early development in 2020. Then they wanted to work on, they wanted to do a live action of The Princess and the Frog, you know. But then there were the more controversial scrap projects, you know, the Forbidden tapes, eh? So there was going to be a prequel to the Aladdin live action called Genies, you know. Good Lord. Why? And then they were going to do this live action spin-off of the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie, you know. But it was going to be told from the perspective of Snow White's sister. Snow White had a sister? And her name is Rose Red. Okay, anyway, that was scrapped for unknown reasons, you know, but there was a rejected attempt at making a live-action Pocahontas, you know, but apparently because of modern sensibilities, in other words, people being too butthurt, you know, they thought it was gonna come off a little weird, you know, but they just decided that it would be impossible until they decided that it wouldn't be, you know. They took a page from Walt Disney's book himself, you know, who once said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And then that's where they're drawing their inspiration from, because they are going to be developing it now, you know, and they're going to cast a Native American actress in the role. Thank God. Imagine like if they do Pocahontas and they put like, I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence or something, you know, a white girl, you know, it's just, that's not right. Anyway, I'm going to finish off here and show you guys one more clip from another random live action before I get into the final thing where I talk about my opinions over these stupid remakes. Excuse me.
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
We're going to make men out of every single one of you.
Close the gate!
The spirit is evident, but something holds you back.
Stupid freaking centerpiece thingy. What's wrong with you? I always forget something. There we are. Alrighty. Okay. Now looks complete. Sorry about that, guys. I had forgotten one very small little piece of my scenario, which I already put in place there, you know. This happens, you know, it's a new scenario. I'm still getting used to it, so just bear with me here, okay? I'm sorry if the camera changed a little bit because I kind of slammed the tripod. I'm still getting used to it, but I put it back, you know, it's all good. But anyway, so it would have been worse if I went to the whole video forgetting about that one little thing. Now, imagine that. So now, my personal take on all of these remakes. I think they all suck. I really do. I do realize that, you know, after so many decades in the business, in show business, you know, Disney couldn't just keep relying forever on traditionally animated movies, you know. But when they acquired Star Wars, you know, and Marvel, you know, all of that stuff, like, even though I'm aware that, like, it wasn't really them producing new original content, like, even though I'm very against it, I still thought that it was a very interesting business expansion, you know, because they could make and produce movies now to continue their legacy, you know, and expand to new territories and make more money. But their original content, like I think that the last traditionally animated movie that they released was The Princess and the Frog in 2009, you know, so I understand. And it was a pretty good return to form, but you can't just keep making cartoons forever, you know. And the idea behind the live action remakes is interesting. The problem is that when they did it once and saw that it worked out and people were going and excited and buying tickets and spending money in that, you know, and selling out all of these theaters, they got greedy. Like you guys saw earlier in this video, they released 5 live action remakes in 2019 alone, man, you know? Bro, like chill. I mean, that's like me uploading 5 YouTube videos in one day, you know? I mean, at least put out 1 a year, maybe 2. But when it comes to movies, guys, the longer you wait to release them, the more hype you can create and maybe even make more money to get people even more excited. Although I understand that there are way too many movies in Disney's catalog right now, so maybe this is I don't know, it might be better for them financially, you know, maybe they can't wait, they're excited. I understand that. As a content creator online, I get excited to upload videos, you know. There are days when I wish I could upload 2 or 3 videos per day because I'm so excited for you guys to see certain videos, you know. But that's not the way to go. I gotta be patient, gotta give you guys 1 video per day so maybe the views will rack up, you know, and you can build up hype and excitement for the next one, except for Sundays where I do 2 per day. But still, some of them are very interesting. I actually have not watched the vast majority because it's just like Marvel movies to me in the sense that there are just way too many and I can't keep up, you know. When I watch one live action remake, you know, Disney announces 3 more, you know. Then when I go to watch another, they've released 3 more, you know. It's just freaking insane, you know. They're just way too many. And I don't have Disney Plus, which is where I think all of their movies are available to watch, you know. But I don't know, man, I think it's way too exaggerated, you know, because certain cartoons don't really translate too well to live action, you know. Certain Disney movies are not going to look good with actual real actors, you know. It's just a fact of life, man, you know. And the ones with talking animals, I mean, come on. I mean, we're in 2022, man. You have to really suspend your disbelief to, you know, swallow talking animals, you know. I mean, when you do live action remakes where there are actual real human characters that actors can portray, okay, it looks better than the ones where animals go around talking to each other, you know. I get it, but still, my opinion is very mixed about this, you know. I mean, nothing I say will change anything. They're going to keep putting out these live action remakes, and of course, the only way for me to properly judge them is to go and watch every single freaking one. Boy, is that gonna take a while. That's gonna take a long time, but one day I will. Maybe I'll record a different video, you know, talking more about them or just reviewing them individually. That would be cool, actually, if I could do that. Play another Disney-themed video game on my channel and then review all of the live actions. Maybe even the originals, too. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of content. I'm gonna be way too lazy to do that, but it might be a good idea. So, I think that's it, guys, okay? There are way too many remakes. Disney is spamming, you know, the market with these live action remakes, but as long as they're making money, people are going to watch them, then I guess nobody can complain. You know, I wouldn't be able to complain if I was watching all of them and giving them money, so that's just life, you know. I'm curious though, you know, I just want to know how you guys feel about this. Disney is my childhood. It represents so much to me. The original animated feature films still hold up so well today, you know, so seeing them kind of butchered, you know, being put out there on the big screen with actual real actors and actresses, you know, and making CGI animals talk, it's really weird, you know. It just doesn't feel good, you know. It's like Matt Pat over on the Film Theorists, who does a lot of they do a lot of videos about Disney and whatnot, you know. It's like he says, you know, I'm just ruining your childhoods at this point, you know. It's just freaking crazy. But anyway, guys, I'm going to watch that channel later. By the way, they do a lot of really cool movies, a lot of really cool theories about Disney films, and that's it. This is getting way too long already. I've been recording for, god damn, man. I've been recording for like nearly half an hour already. This is just the recording time, by the way. Just the time that I've been sitting here recording. So I gotta get going. I probably won't, I usually record 2 or 3 videos in one sitting, but it's like 5:15 p.m. and I want some damn coffee, and I still gotta, there's a video importing to my movie maker as I record this, and I have to edit it to post it tomorrow, but it's not gonna be tomorrow because it's the time that I've recorded. But this video is gonna be uploaded next week, so it's gonna be, okay, this is getting way too confusing. Let me me know in the comments below what you guys think about this, you know, the remakes and whatnot. And if you guys happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell to know exactly what time I upload, and I don't know why I'm bobbing up and down like a freaking cork in the water. That's it, guys. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next live action video of mine. Roll the outro screen. What the hell is that like?